Welcome back to part 3 of a 4-part series about devices, technology, and the perception of control. Right now you're seeing the screen capture from my phone because we're going to be talking about how iPhones have safeguards and guardrails that you can implement to protect your students, your kids, and yourself. So we're going to be looking at these safeguards. Apologize that you're not going to see my face. My video editing skills are just not good enough to record my face and screen capture and then merge them together. So what I want to do is if you pop up into the right-hand corner, you'll find the link to video 1. If you haven't watched video 1, go back and watch video 1. The link to video 2 will appear right after that. So if you haven't watched video 2, go ahead and click on video 2 and then come back to this one. In the first 2 videos, we set up the idea that you can be deceived by the algorithm into thinking you have control when in fact they are pulling some strings to keep you connected. So we need to do some things to take back that control. And if you're one of the 1 billion with a B, iPhone users around the world, you have access to a bunch of guardrails. So if you go in here to settings, and here's all the way at the top, scroll down just a little bit to screen time, you'll find this app. And this app is great because this app shows you quite a few things you can do with your phone. If you look at the top here, it'll show you your daily average. You can see that my daily average is just over 4.5 hours right now. But on Monday, I had almost 7 hours of screen time. And yes, that's embarrassing. But what you can do is you can start tracking your screen time. And if we look at Monday, we can see when I used my phone. You can see early in the morning, all throughout the day, and then late at night. You can see what I used it on, 3.5 hours of social, 2 hours of entertainment, and 21 minutes of games. You can also see that I set up some limits in an earlier recording of this, but that I used TikTok for 1 hour and 47 minutes, Facebook for 1 hour and 16, Spotify for 1 hour, YouTube for 1 hour, and Pokemon Go for a little bit. My phone just jumped there, but it shows you how many times you pick up your phone, what you use your phone when you pick up, and how many notifications you get. For me, that was 58 messenger notifications, which tells me that I get a lot of distraction from Messenger. So that's an important thing. You can look at your day and start to adjust your screen time use based on what you've been doing. If you go back, you can scroll down here. You can set up downtime, and you can set up a schedule for every day, or you can customize days. And it's real simple. It's just a little clock app here. You can set up your downtime. Now, your downtime's important because you can go in here to always allowed. Sorry if I went too fast. Always allowed. And you can say, these are the apps right here. All these phone apps are allowed during downtime. So messages, FaceTime, maps, phone. You can go through here and say you want Disney Plus allowed during downtime. You can go back up here. Now between 12 midnight and 6:30 a.m., I can use Disney Plus during my downtime. But you probably don't want that. You can go in there and remove it. One of the important things is this app limits right here. If you go into app limits, you can go in and you can say, I want to add a limit for, let's go, entertainment, YouTube, and I only want to use YouTube for 1 hour every day. I don't want to go more than that. You can go in, add a limit under a social category, Messenger and Facebook, and we're only going to allow them for 1 hour every day. Now, that's a combined hour between Messenger and Facebook, so there's different ways to do this. Now, if you go back, here's one of the most important ones, is this content and privacy restrictions one. You can go through here and you can make sure that your kids are required to use a password when they make purchases, installing apps, deleting apps, or in-app purchases. That's huge if you want to save some unexpected purchases for when they're playing a game, whether it's V-Bucks in Fortnite or in-app purchases for whatever currency in a game. But go through there, turn that on. It's real simple. And then your kids have to ask you to install apps or uninstall apps. But this one right here, content restrictions, is huge. You can go through and you can set content restrictions on anything. So music videos, music profiles, movies. If you have a tiny child and you only want G-rated movies, or if you have an adult child and you trust them with R-rated movies, that's fine. You can allow all movies, whatever it may be. Go through and set that up. And then right here, web content. I have mine to limit adult websites. And as you can see here, this is a hit or miss function. Yes, it limits every adult website possible, but as you can see here, this one right here, lampschools.org, that's the homework app for my college experience, and it's on the adult website list. So that's a questionable use of the screen time app. This is a like AAA baseball team in Alabama. I couldn't get to their website. I couldn't get to Mountain Dew's website. I couldn't get to WZZM 13's website because they were restricted as adult websites. So that's one minor gripe, is that it maybe restricts websites too much, and that for a little bit you'll have to go through and allow a few websites. The other gripe that I have with any of this screen time is if we go back to my activity on Monday, you can see an hour of Spotify. That is Apple CarPlay at work right there. If your phone is connected to Apple CarPlay, it will count that as screen time. So that's just one thing I want you guys to be aware of. The other thing that I think you guys should be aware of right here is protect young eyes. This right here is their blog. If you go to protectyoungeyes.com, right there, protectyoungeyes.com, you can see all these digital trends explained. So Chris McKenna does a great job with Protect Young Eyes. You can see here he updated on September 12th that Hulu finally added parental controls, but he says it's not much, but it's something. So quite a few things here. If you have any questions, here's what I was talking about in my last video. TikTok's algorithm is scary smart. So lots of things on Protect Young Eyes. If you have any questions about what to do with your phone, this is a great app. They do speaking engagements. They have an app. They have a blog. They have resources. So if you have questions about how to protect your kids on their phones, highly suggest check out Chris McKenna's Protect Young Eyes. Thanks for watching, and next week we'll walk through a couple more things and finish up our series.